Today is April the 21st, which sees the birthday of the late, great Queen Elizabeth II, who would have turned 98 today if she were still with us. To remember a truly remarkable monarch and a remarkable lady, I'm delighted to welcome royal photographer and writer Ian Lloyd, who covered more than 500 of the Queen's engagements. Having written a bestseller about Prince Philip called The Duke, his latest offering is simply entitled The Queen, 70 Chapters in the Life of Elizabeth II. Ian Lloyd, welcome to Mark Dolan tonight.
Hello, Mark. Nice to talk to you.
Well, it's great to have you. Any excuse to talk about that amazing lady. Your reflections on the Queen's birthday, what are your lingering memories of Elizabeth?
Wow, so many. I mean, for a start, if she was around, she wouldn't be celebrating. She hated her birthday. It was unlike her mum, the Queen Mother absolutely milked it. She had a great, fantastic birthday every August when the whole country seemed to descend on London, and she made several appearances over the day. She absolutely adored it. The Queen hated that kind of thing. She tried to avoid it. And when she had an 80th and a 90th birthday at Windsor, they had to sort of encourage her to sort of make it larger. She just said, "Oh, I'll just make an appearance." They said, "Well, can't you just go around the streets a bit," sort of thing. She was very, very reluctant to celebrate it. She was a very modest person, and I think I always thought she was a very ordinary person in an extraordinary situation, you know, but not like a mother, of course.
In your book, you write about the fact that, yes, she was amazingly frugal and quite a mimic as well. Tell me more.
Well, she could, mimic a lot of people. I mean, sad thing is, I mean, she was such a private person. There's two sides to her, the public side and then the private side. And the great thing is we don't know anything really about the private side, so we have to rely on a few sources. Yeah. But she was apparently a very good mimic. She could mimic, or she was known to mimic Boris Yeltsin, Neil Kinnock, Concorde taking off. The Dean of Windsor said she did a good because she was on Concorde. Ian Paisley, she did. And oddly, her own sister, Princess Margaret, because the funny thing is the Queen, as she got older, went a bit more estuary. She went less, sort of formal. Princess Margaret went a bit more plummy as she got older, so the Queen would imitate her sister. And then famously, she imitated the Cockney woman who the Queen was driving into the gates of Buckingham Palace, and this woman said, "Oh, she ain't like her pictures, is she?" And the Queen heard that and thought that was really funny.
Listen, you've written about her in this lovely new book. You are a royal writer, but you were a photographer of the royals as well. Some have said that you were her favourite snapper.
No.
Is that not true?
Absolute rubbish. I mean, the great thing with the Queen is she was totally inscrutable. She never said who was her, favourite artist, favourite biographer, whatever it was. There's a story of her going to see a documentary, a royal documentary, and she had to see a preview to sort of okay it. And then afterwards, they said, "Would you like to stay for tea, Mark?" She said, "Oh yes, I think I'll have a cup of tea. That'd be lovely." And afterwards, the director said to her private secretary, "Well, do you think she liked it?" And he said, "Well, she must have done, because she stayed for tea." I mean, she would never say she liked it, but the very fact she stayed and didn't rush away suggested she liked it. And that's how she was. I mean, when she unveiled a painting of herself, she never said, "Oh, what a wonderful painting." She always left the artist hanging, thinking, have I done a good job? And one artist told me that he painted her, and she just looked at it and said, "That would make a good stamp." And, that was the best he could get out of her.
Damning with faint praise. She kept her counsel very wise. Did she like having her photograph taken? Was she a comfortable subject?
I wouldn't say so. Her mother, again, milked it, Queen Mum, but the Queen, she endured it. She didn't really feel at ease with the press. She once stopped me in Windsor. She was at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, and I had this massive camera with a big lens, and it was lying on the grass, and she pulled up in this Land Rover in front of me, and she said, "You'd better move that lens because I'd hate to run over it," which seemed to imply that she'd quite like to run over it. But, she just endured the press, and particularly in the 80s and 90s, it got very silly with all the Diana things, and every time, they were at Sandringham or Balmoral, there'd be press hanging around in the trees and all that kind of thing, trying to photograph them going riding, and she didn't like it, but she endured it. I think that's the word.
There's so much in the book. You quote Princess Margaret, her sister, who spoke about a sense of magic when Elizabeth walked into a room. What did she mean by that?
She said, I get enormously impressed when she walks into a room, because the thing is with the Queen, she had impact. I mean, you never got tired of seeing her. She was one of those people that could, generate an atmosphere. Back in the 80s, the photographers of the day all had to think of an adjective to sum up each member of the royal family. And, Queen Mother was a darling and all that. But the Queen, the word was awesome. And she really was awesome. You got full of awe when she walked into a room. I met her at a press reception when she went to Russia, and all the legendary Fleet Street reporters and photographers of the day covered that trip. And we got to meet her at this reception. And I remember we were told to line up outside. And I looked over my shoulder, and these people like Anne Leslie from the Daily Mail and people like that, there was a queue of about 50. And I looked over, and everybody had morphed back into being little kids at school.
I can imagine it. Let me plug the book, Ian. It is called The Queen, 70 Chapters in the Life of Elizabeth II. It's out now. Ian, do come back and talk royal stuff with us in the future.